we live in a world, and they want us to believe that everything is physical. There's no spiritual. The real globe defenders are 99% of them are atheists.
Today's topic, stupid things said by David Weiss. Let's start with the first stupid claim from David Weiss.
The real globe defenders are 99% of them are atheists.
I have several questions regarding that statement. The first one, who is a globe defender? Is it flat earth debunkers? Is it scientists? Is it pirates? Is it captains of ships? Or is it the ordinary humans that know that we don't live on a flat earth? And 99% are atheists. What do we base that statement on? I know several flat earth debunkers that's not atheists. And if you look at the normal people that don't live in a flat earth, many believes in some God. David Weiss and other flat earthers who believes that the Bible is a science book thinks that people that knows that it's not a science book are not really Christians. I believe that is what he based his number on.
Right? You just said you believe the Earth is a globe. Can I ask you? I'm going to ask you three questions. And by the way, I got all three wrong when I was asked early on. So if you get all three wrong, we tie. All right? What's the circumference of the Earth at the equator?
No,
how far is it from the sun?
I have no idea.
I'm quite sure that David Weiss can't answer those questions if we ask the same questions regarding the flat Earth. This is a silly argument. We know that we live on a globe. It's many evidence for that, but you don't need to know those numbers. We know that the globe is big and that the sun is far away. But where is your sun, David? Let's continue listening on his reply on the question, why is flat Earth important?
Well, now my life is completely different. You know, I had my own business. I was making more money than I ever thought I'd make. I had a lot of free time. I can kind of make my own schedule and stuff. And I walked away from all of that to do this. Why? Because it's an important message. Just like, any real truth teller out there, they sacrifice a lot to send the message out because we're trying to free humanity from the enslavement system that we're in.
And David is not telling the truth because he's earning money on his flat earth nonsense. He's scamming people with his silly phone app, the Sun, Moon and Zodiac app or whatever it's called. And he scams his followers with trying to sell them his crypto, his Dome coin.
So why, you can't run away from that. So why is this flat earth thing, why does it have to do with the enslavement system that we live in? Why is this so connected?
All right, we can just go there if you want. So we live in a world, and they want us to believe that everything is physical. There's no spiritual. The real globe defenders are 99% of them are atheists. And I used to be an atheist. I used to be an atheist because that's, I believed in science. I thought astrology was the dumbest thing ever. Astronomy was the truth and the Big Bang, and I evolved from pond scum. And then I actually looked into it, and I realized none of that's true.
Don't trust science. Trust David Weiss and trust how he reads the Bible.
And the opposite is true.
The opposite of what?
And as you just said earlier, they lie about so many things. They lie about everything.
And who are they?
The William Casey from the CIA, and I think it was in the 60s or 70s, said once everything the American people believe is false, our job is done.
First of all, he became the CIA director in 1981, and that quote is nowhere to be found. It's a fabrication by conspiracy nutcases. Many people have looked into this, and it's no substance in that claim.
And I, back in, 20, 30 years ago, whatever that was, I'd be like, not everything. It is everything. It's everything. And just how we got together, I watched your new movie, Barnum World. Awesome movie. Everybody needs to watch it. And it's great. I love it. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you.
And David Weiss is fleeing from the question, why is it important?
Yeah. So
Good.
Getting back to this, they want us to believe that once upon a time there was nothing. It exploded and became everything. And then all of the matter turned into balls and all of the gases defied natural law and they collapsed in a space vacuum rather than expanding and filling the available space and created suns and everything. And then lightning struck and an amoeba happened and it turned into a fish and it grew legs. And then that sexy fish climbed out of the pond and found another sexy fish and had a monkey and the monkey turned into a human. That's what they want you to believe in a nutshell.
Great story, David Weiss, but the only ones who claim that story is the deniers like you.
They want you to believe that you're insignificant, that we're in an expanding universe. In the heliocentric model, the universe space is expanding at like 1 billion miles a minute or a day or whatever it is. It's something ridiculous. What's it expanding into?
And welcome to David Weiss's word salad. He's fleeing from the original question all the time. David, why is it important?
Space is expanding into what? Again, can somebody help me? It's stuff that melts your mind and people just shut off and go, well, a guy in a lab coat with a pocket protector, he told me, and therefore it must be true. So they want you to believe that you're insignificant. They want to dilute creation. They want to hide your divinity. They want to hide your power. They don't want you to know that we are connected in this toroidal system. I'll show you that in a moment.
We're connected in the toroidal system? What?
And we are these incredible, spiritual, powerful beings.
So what do this have to do with flat Earth? It's purely nonsense. It's word salads. It's only words without any meaning and without any evidence.
And what they do is they literally disconnect you. They say, no, you're on a sphere and that's it. There's a limit. There's nothing else. Well, maybe there's more land. Maybe there's other worlds here on flat Earth. We can get into that.
And what's wrong with life on other planets? And other civilization on this Earth that we don't know about? Any proofs for that one?
And there's lots of evidence for that.
And where are those evidence, David?
But again, to prove the Earth is not a ball, we can prove all of that without leaving our yard, without leaving our town. We can measure it. The world measures flat.
And here he quotes Nathan Oakley.
Large bodies of water need containment.
And they have, but it's too advanced for you.
They all lie flat. There is no curvature. If you looked at a lake, a mile across, and there's no wind, there's no waves, that water's flat, right? It's level. Water always seeks its level, at rest.
And level and flat is not the same thing. David Weiss loves to promote his stupid theories, stupid claims on different podcasts and so on. But we all know the reason behind it. He wants to promote flat Earth because he makes a living out of it. He makes money on scamming people, selling bad coins and a stupid app. Okay, that was all I had this time. We'll be back soon. Have a nice day. Bye.